Hey everybody, it's Bailey, Director of Innovation at Intelligentsia. We're going to go over the Black Cat project and help make the lineup make a little bit more sense and go over their roast level and the flavor categories. So the roast level spectrum goes from 1 to 9, 1 being lighter, 9 being the darkest of the coffees that we do. And then the flavor categories are bright, comforting, and traditional. We'll introduce those as we get to them. So for starters, we have the seasonal blends. This is going to be Honey Badger, Fruit Bat, Sugar Glider, Sapsucker, and these are always going to be washed coffees, and they're focused on a little more fruitiness. They are the only offering in this lineup that is the bright category, and the bright coffees are ones that are a little bit more delicate, vibrant, and focused more on an expressive acidity paired with a nice sweetness, still balanced. This is on the roast level spectrum at a 3, so fairly light. Moving on, we get to the single origin offerings. The single origin offerings is the beginning of the comfort category, and the comforting ones are a little bit more approachable, still good acidity, good balanced sweetness, still focused on the inherent qualities of the coffee, but not so much on the bright end of the spectrum. The single origin offerings are always rotating. They're typically a little bit longer or darker roasted than the typical red bag single origin offerings, but as you can see here, still quite light. This is a roast level 3 as well, and in the comforting category, which plenty of our single origins are also in that space. From there, we get to Black Cat Organic. This is also washed coffees, and because it's organic, it's going to come from where we typically get our organic coffees, which is going to be Ethiopia, Colombia, Peru, Nicaragua, Mexico, Guatemala. And this is also in the comforting category and roast level 4. Then that brings us to Black Cat Classic, our flagship offering. This is a roast level 5 and still in the comforting category. This is also the introduction of Brazil into the lineup. So Black Cat Classic is always 75% pulp natural Brazil and 25% of a wash component, which is either from Costa Rica or Colombia, depending on the time of the year. And then from here on, this brings us to our traditional category and the Brazilian coffees. So we have decaf, then we have analog and sublunar. These are all in the traditional category, which the traditional category are coffees that are focused a little bit more on the roast profile itself, and you'll get notable roast qualities on there and a little bit more emphasis on chocolate notes, less so on fruitiness, vibrancy, things like that. It's good for somebody who's looking for like a richer coffee that would pair well with milk. And then analog and sublunar, also 100% Brazil, all three of these. And the roast levels on these are 6, 7, and 9 respectively. So to kind of overview, we have the bright category as the seasonal espresso. Then we have the comforting category, which is going to be the single origin espressos, Black Cat Organic and Black Cat Classic. And we have the traditional category, which is going to be decaf, analog, and sublunar. And for roast level, we've got the 3, which is going to be the seasonals and the single origin espressos, 4 for organic, 5 for classic, 6 for decaf, 7 for analog, and a 9 for sublunar. So I hope that helps to make this all make more sense, be a little bit more approachable, more easily navigable, and yeah, thanks.